Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. In the last part, we freed Tiamat. So empty now. Looks so weird. After years and years of seeing her here, she's just gone. Anyways, as promised, let's pick up Rahazia for Flames of War. I have already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ulda at the Hall of Flames. Let's collect Alpha No and be on our way. And they would just have to focus on where she used to be. They would have to do it. Hello. Now, I know some of you could do with a rest, but I'm sorry to say that the Holoffer have other plans. Paglth'an is already under siege. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, Marshal Taropin at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. It's good to hear that Ulda has not abandoned the Almoja. Abandon them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Your Grace! Marshal Taropin has made provisions for such an exigency and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the Syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Ulda alone in its resolve. The other Alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Paglth'an. Yet, even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut is a draconic horde besides. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. But not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Almoja show any signs of tempering. Strange. What crime will turn down a chance to claim new thralls? Unless it is incapable of doing so. Primal do not want to serve a master, Ascian or otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Arya and others like her shouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, Lunar Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe whom our soldiers will struggle the best through mere force of arms. With the aid of the Scions, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming that is you are ready to take the field. An airship awaits to bear you to the front. Pray set forth as soon as you are able. I, meanwhile, shall continue commanding our forces. So next we meet, may the 12 bless and keep you. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I, for one, am inclined to do as her Grace requests. Lest we forget, Arambald and Fordol are in Paglth'an on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the better their chances. Indeed, to the airship then. Greetings, we've been expecting you. But say the word, and we shall depart for Paglth'an at once. Paglth'an is now accessible. You may enter with a party of trust NPCs. However, you may also choose to not do so. So, you know, you could not do so. I wasn't expecting instant. I was wondering if a healer was ever gonna queue. Fortunately, people know to avoid X-experts for experience. Unfortunately, because they give really bad experience and they won't fix it. At least the roulette. And the other DPS is falling asleep. Sorry, I had to respond to something in chat too. Someone was asking that they were wanting the striking body. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'm just to take stuff for decent things. So, alright. Oh my gosh, I can do this. Alright, we need to clear the debris. If I can actually hit the right button. To do what I've kind of done my warrior, my main character is just put multiple buttons for certain things. Anyway, so yeah, not really much to know. Just materials, dragons, you know. More dragons! Come on, thank you. I was totally in that, wasn't I? Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh gosh. That was a bad time to tornado kick. Oop. Boom. Boom. Thank you. Use my, new and I'm not improved solo tackle or something. Still getting used to that. Like, you can target party members and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna hit this because then I don't have to dodge as much stuff. Because there's just a lot of dragons, okay? This one first. Actually, honestly, prefer to try and do the light one first. Just because... Actually, no, I prefer to do the dark one first because I hit the light one more accidentally. So kind of honestly forget we've got like 2 casting Imperials like in a very awkward spot. And you can't hit them both. In fact, there's a spot where you can hit neither. That's kind of funny actually. Kind of funny. Alright. Oh, we've got some kobolds here! Yay! Hello, kobold! Oh my god, I hate this boss. Oh, I did this dungeon for the first time. Come on, I'm long. I'm a main character, so, this is Adblock. We're gonna deal with a bunch of lightning, because we are. And I'm getting a little better about not doing positionals for, well, everything. But, I still want to. Alright, so we need to drop these kind of near the towers on the edge here, and then get out of dodge, like I was about to not do. Otherwise you get some lightning nonsense, and... yeah. also that's the melee hate of this fight. Because of course there's melee hate. Alright, so we've got this thunder call. We need to find a safe spot where I'm not gonna get affected off. Well, yes, I just accidentally blink kicked because of course I did. Safe in the middle. You! Sure. I don't have a safe spot. I'm gonna get hit. Alright, let's not mess up my bullets this time, eh? Alright, so really just lighting and placing the orbs is kind of the big thing on Adblock. Really a big gimmick. Yeah, I need to get back to the boss. Okay, thank you. These are my positionals! Hello. Oh gosh, I forgot about that. Ow! I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay, there's Graves of Striking. That's not what this person's looking for.
What took you so long? The Amounts are in trouble. Let's split up.
Cool. For the Empire. Ah! And I'm in the thing again. Oh my gosh. I always try and leave this at the start because I'm really bad about new. Also, oh my gosh, this in the enemies plus the blood thing is actually kind of loud. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're not gonna mess it up. Okay, Amrit. Good. Don't target me. I appreciate it, actually. Not that it matters right now, but no! I'm in range of that one. Dare you? No. Okay, fine. Alright. Ring. Spending. Oh my gosh, my roll's right now, though. Hi, Estinian. Hi, Estinian. Oh, see? That's a good thing to see. That was Tiamat helping us out quite a bit, actually. Alright, Tiamat's gonna help us out a little bit more. And that she's gonna kind of join in on this fight. I mean, as much fights, but, you know. Ah, there she goes. Finally doing something. Arrgh! No, if I'm at least gonna mess it up. This is at least 4 stars still. Just go with the tour. See? I can not learn ever. Alright, well this looks fun, right? We're back to doing this. Let's exchange. Alright, well the cannons have begun accumulating energy though, so we don't want to be in front of those cannons. They're nice and glowing. This is a major just ads fight, really. now those two are glowing, so we kind of want to actually get over to this one. Oh my gosh. That. And leap onto the fortress and destroy the core. I believe it's Omni. Yeah, it is. Alright, so it's gonna have a defensive reaction. And another defensive reaction. Basically, now it's just a DPS race to try and power down before it kicks you off and before it reactivates the field. Actually, get it one more time. Alright, so again, it's going aside, so we can just chill out in the middle here. No! I don't think it really matters which one you actually target for your oh, but this time there's rockets involved, so let's avoid the rockets. Alright, we're doing the sewer again because I messed up. Again. The only bad thing about doing the sewer, obviously, with the group hold is it's a single target. The knockback here, let's get knocked back not to the cannons. Just like so. Flames will clear away. Prepare to strike again. Defensive reaction. I just did the rear. Oh well! That's why you open through the dark first. Right? Oh. Okay. I was like, did we really the point 1% now? If I will, our brethren will hear your brave deeds. I don't think there's anything else ahead. Regardless, it's tornado kick! As well, you know, we got more Imperials and more dragons. What else do you expect? That's Imperial City around here. Maybe. Children. Okay. The icon waiteth in the heavens. My children shall bear thee to him. So we're just gonna fly over the fields here. Literally fly over the fields. Last section of this, where there's more Imperials and more dragons. I mean, were you guys expecting anything less than more Imperials and more dragons? Oh, and there's a big lunar Bahamut too. Hello. Hello. Not being all that nonsense. Cool. We were not in all that nonsense. This would be a great time for a range limit break. Great time. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm the only thing I want to break, right? I don't even know how much of the group I'm hitting. I'm just hoping I'm hitting enough right now. There's just so many big things all grouped up together. And then you got DMA, which I'm almost pretty much blocking out the screen, really, just so I can see. I am doing a great job of hitting the wrong buttons right now. forgot how long that scene was. But at least they didn't pull! Small mercies of bringing a pocket tank. Alright. Last time we're gonna get to hear the song, actually. I had to think about that for a second. That's the last time. Let's not be in that little thing that's dropping right there. And let's just stand over here. It's cool over here. This is where the cool kids hang out. The white towers and breath and bad things. So, yeah. Bahamut's kind of just doing things, Off-Morn. It's not a dragon fight without an Off-Morn, really. I mean, come on. But we know the drill now about dragons. We fought enough of them. I mean, really. Really. Alright, Mega Flare is a spread. And then get out of dodge. Supreme generic AoE. And Bahamut's gonna rush along the arena here. Get out of dodge. Woo. And we've got a cross. Let's go ahead and avoid that. And once it's dropped, you just don't want to get out of it, really. And that was a great snap punch there. Well placed. Flare. Alright, so this is actually going to shrink. And you find a safe spot! We're good. We're good! There was no panicking to happen there. Cannot prove it. Keep an eye on Limited. We've got Off-Morn again. And I think that's really it with Bahamut. I can't think of much else at that. I've also only run Paglth'an like twice ever before this. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Try and get my WQ if doesn't exist anymore. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Hey, that's the thing the person was looking for. Why they haven't actually, like, rolled on it? But I guess I got the Orchestrion. I didn't get the minion. But, you know. Yeah, no.
Antal an in Eisdor. Antal afa snalask en. I ash an dran mira al.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
We would be proud to call you our allies.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Guardians who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Sometime earlier inside the Paglth'an Tower.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them! We're leaving, now!
No! No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
Well, would it be too much to hope that we have seen the last of Fandaniel? We have dealt his schemes a telling blow this day, and now the loan is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we receive word of Arnvald's safe return. You may now enter Paglth'an with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, you open the Trust interface and locate under duty in the main menu. When the dust settles. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss the day's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave scions! Would that I could treat you to a hero's welcome, but I bear urgent news from the frontistery. Your grace, whatever is the matter? As our troops withdrew from Paglth'an, they came upon 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I have yet to hear a full account, but it seems that one of them, your friend I believe, had been wounded and was being dragged away by the other. Oh no. I must go. Forgive me, your grace. Can you tell us aught of Arnvald's condition, your grace? The wounded scout. Not save that it is grave. The Chirurgeons tend to him even as we speak. The infirmary must be inundated with the wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Arya, Estinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support from someone other than me. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the relevant people know what took place in Paglth'an. Come on, then. Oh my gosh, and we're one of the most annoying places to get to anywhere. Where actually do we need to go? What would be the best option? Another one come to see the lad in silver armor. Master Damiot is attending to him as we speak. If you'd be so kind as to wait. What did Master Damiot say? Tell me his exact words. Enough, Alphino! This isn't hoping. You're right. Forgive me. When we said our farewells to Arnvald, I was afraid that something like this might happen. But now that it has, all we can do is wait.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better, and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot'll be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Hey, Alphino, I'm targeting the map. I know, there's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Ahem. Her Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? We will.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities. For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
The Grand Companies, Your Grace. Is that wise?
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglth'an. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Right then, unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. And that includes you, Afano. Arnvold is in good hands here. Of course, he would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire then, that we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all are in agreement then, I shall let Crown know to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging when the time is available. Or with the time available. It will be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Yes, I'll try asking him, and thank you. I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return, and Crow, in particular, has a few matters she is keen to discuss, one of which concerns you, Estinian. Believe it or not, you will join us, won't you? Fine. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding that Baldeasian woman. If I refuse, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? Sorry about Desi and the woman. My bad. I caught myself after. I'm like, ah. It just says return to the Rising Stones. That's not very specific.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arnvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldesion will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
near the end of the Dragon Song War.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the First, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in her judgment.
Mayhaps she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace...
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have a busy few moons. Not that they ever seem to be anything but. Thancred's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, then you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future. But for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's a countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to plenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in. And gladly, mind you, it's the least I could do to support the Silent Super's life and limb. Like, poor Armbald. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. And when I do, I have him come back to a complete Shambles. Now, what a... But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go! Get some rest! If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know! Because on that note, that's the end of 5.5. We've still got 5.55. So, yeah. Also, it's a good place to just stop in general. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!